Hello ladies and gents, it's Spoony Pizzas here and I'm bringing you my first impression of the PES 2019 demo. So let's get straight into it. So the first thing I notice is this game feels more like a sim than ever before. So a simulation is what I mean. So with PES 2018 you could do ping pong passes and ridiculous back heels and dribble past about 5 or 6 defenders, and that was fun. But this game feels so much more serious and definitely more sim-like. So, and there's going to be a few factors that sort of make me or give me that impression. So I'm going to just cover off those first with you. And the first one and the biggest one is the first touch. So when players take a touch now, the first thing you're going to notice is how long they take to sort of take that touch. It's almost like the ball sort of slows down when you take a touch and then you can release it. So that first touch is one thing that slows it down. So it sort of slows it down by about half a second. Doesn't feel like much, but you'll feel like the defenders or opposition can close you down much quicker, meaning you have less time to think about what you're going to do next. The next thing from that on from that is the actual power bar. The power bar for shooting and passing now, it takes longer to power up, so you need a longer press, which means once again it's giving you less time to react, and you actually need to put more power on your passes now. Before in PES 2018 you could just put minimal power and it would just like fizz it around the pitch and do tiki-taka from one end to the other and score a goal. No longer the case in PES 2019 unless you have a really good flowing move going. I think I did it once in like the space of 5 hours of playing. So next up is the weaker foot accuracy, which also lends itself to that more simulation feel. So they've definitely nerfed the weaker foot accuracy. So if you're passing with the wrong foot or you're shooting with the wrong foot, you're going to see a lot more shots go wide, passes not being made, and generally overall the passing, that's another thing. Passing overall, you get the odd occasion where your player will just miss a pass, and you go, whoa, what happened there? You'll be thinking, this isn't PES 2018. We don't miss passes, but on PES 2019 you do, and it's not too often to become frustrating, but it's just the every so often that sort of makes you realise this is far more of a sim than an arcade game. So that's really positive too. The defenders are far more aggressive now. So when you try and do if you start doing like skills in the corner of next to the corner flag, what you're going to find is the defender's just going to go, right, I've had enough of that, I want the ball. And they'll get tight to you. And generally if they get a hold of you and they're much stronger than you, then you're going to lose the ball. Which brings me to the next thing. Physicality in this game is massive. It's such a big difference. And, I might actually have a use for Fellaini now. Jokes aside, the physicality feels great, and it's definitely a big feature this year. And like I say, when defenders come and close you down, and vice versa, when you close them down, I had Nando just like Messi, get off the ball, just came in, shoved him off the ball, uses sort of strength and muscle, and was able to really dominate Messi in the air, which you'd expect. Messi's what, 5'6", and Nando is what, 6 something. He's an absolute giant compared to Messi. So that was really good. So the physical aspect definitely adds to that sort of simulation feel. Players like Messi, they feel just right. They don't feel like super overpowered, like superhuman. You can tell he's got that ability to go past a player or two, but you'd have to have a really special moment to like really burst past like 3 or 4 players, and it's going to be less frequent, whereas in PES 2018 you could just sort of waltz through players at your will once you got good at dribbling. So that's going to be more definitely a lot more difficult to perform, like those sort of mazy dribbles, which is good. The AI fouls, there's not too many. They're certainly more common now. They're not so reliant on you doing skills like they were in PES 2018. PES 2018 I was getting 4 or 5 fouls a game, but always from skills, from performance skills. In this, it doesn't matter if you're doing skills or not. They'll just come in and actually mull you. But I tend to get about 1 or 2 a game. Okay, it might not be to everyone's liking that many, but I felt like these games are really short, so it's hard to say. They felt like, I don't know, 5-minute halves, I think it was. And yeah, with the fouls, one or two a game, I think that's about right for 5-minute games. So you could expect a 4 or 5 maybe in a full 10-minute game, and I think that's enough. I don't want too many fouls. Don't want the game breaking up. The game feels great, but yeah, if that might have been on your mind. Yeah, the shooting in this game feels fabulous. It really does. And the way players are off balance and sort of sky it into the air, and and with the nets, tied in with the nets, the shooting feels so rewarding when you score. It really does. It gives you that sort of yes feeling. You see the ball hit the net, and you're like, yes, it just feels good. And I've had a few shots from range. They feel really, really nice and powerful, and I've done some long, low volleys on basic shooting, which feels great. Passing assist 1 felt great. I've not tried passing assist 2 or 3, but yeah, the game for passing and shooting is very, very solid. Typical PES. Now, what I would say is, obviously, look at this Enlighten. This Enlighten is off the scale. Get this video, I've recorded it in 4K, go down to your HD TV, and then stream or cast this to your 4K HDR TV, and you're just going to see how glorious this game looks with Enlighten. Now, that does bring me on to one of the bad points about this, is that I'm a heavy Super Council user. If you know me, you know I like to use Super Council a lot. Now, when the ball's in the air, it comes up with a yellow marker. Okay, fair enough. That's pretty good. The problem is, with Enlighten, it's very, very difficult to see that marker. And you're going to probably see that sometime in this demo when the ball's in the air. So that's one of the things I'd like. That's sort of the feedback I'll put in. So there you go. You could barely see that marker there. Subs, I like the rolling subs. I like the idea of being able to make subs on the fly without having to go to the game plan menu and waste everyone's time. So that's going to be really nice. Player select, I would say it's pretty solid actually. But that also leads me to a bit of a negative, I guess. I feel like I had less control than I did in PES 2018. And that's going to make it more accessible to sort of the casuals, I guess. I mean, that's not a diss to anyone who's, that's not a diss to anyone. It's just, what I'm saying is I feel like I lose some of my controls and ability that I can use to gain an advantage over people, Super Council being one of them. The other thing I noticed was the AI constantly attack down the wings. Check that out. All you got to do is get your players and keep pushing them wide to try and force the AI down the middle. They will not play down the middle. They always go wide. So that's a bit of a flaw for my liking. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.